It's your boy Laid Back. Welcome back to my channel, man. You see the title, you see what we talking about. We talking about NF album, The Search. Now, this is gonna be my full review. You get me? Like, we're gonna break down some of the numbers, we're gonna break down some of my opinions, we're gonna have some of my favorite songs and my least favorite songs. We also gonna talk about Eminem, we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff that's going on that's circling around this album. But first of all, I gotta say, salute to NF for having the #1 album in the country. And I'm gonna read this little quote from Billboard. It says, NF flies from #3 to #1 on the Billboard Artist 100 chart, dated August 10th, to become the top musical act in the US for the first time as the rapper's fourth LP, The Search, arrives atop the Billboard 200 with 130,000 equivalent album units, according to Nielsen Music. So he come out the gate with 130,000 off the rip. You feel me? And a lot of those I feel like it's probably streams, because you know a lot of people ain't really selling like physical copies like that. But my all in all rating for the album is a 9 out of 10. He got a lot of records on there, and I did hear the interlude. Now the interlude is crazy because he was talking about having the most success of his life at the time and feeling like, yo, I'm not even with none of this right now. Like his emotional and mental state was thrown off at the moment. So let's talk about the album, man. So the album in itself was very emotional. It's an emotional driven album, but we know how NF is, right? We know how NF give it up. Like NF is an emotional person. He deals with these emotions a lot, but I wasn't expecting so much of a depression type of feel throughout the project. Now I got to understand that he's expressing himself, and as he should, right? But you could tell that this dude done been through a lot in the last 2 years, you know, prior to him dropping this project. He's been going through a lot. He's been spending money, saying like, I was hoping that was going, you know, bring me some relief, and it didn't. So you can tell, like, as he's becoming this star, you know what I mean, and the superstar, to where you're #1 at the, you know, Billboard and stuff like that, like, you got this tour going on, you got all of this stuff going on. As far as your music career is going well, but mentally, you're not all the way there. You're not all the way happy. It's a lot of things that you're trying to still figure out. He talks about when he was driving the car and just ended up just sitting there screaming in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, purchasing things and it's not buying them happiness. Just a lot of things that he was going through on this project that a lot of people, I know I was shocked to hear. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, when you looking at from the outside looking in, you thinking like, yo, you got X, Y, and Z, your music is doing millions of views, and you getting all these, you got these fans, you got all these people that love you. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter if you don't have self-love. If you're not able to center yourself and find gratitude and just being who you are as a person, and not being connected to the artistry and just being, you know, just being Nate. You get what I'm saying? So first of all, the album is a great album, but like I said, it's very deep, it's very emotional, it deals with a lot of mental things that he got going on in his mind. And I think a lot of people dealing with that at the moment. And I think it's dope that he's bringing it to the forefront, so you don't just think that you're the only one that's dealing with something. You're the only one. This dude is super successful. He still have these struggles. He's not exempt. So let's get into my favorite songs and my least favorite songs of the album. Now, my favorites reads as follows. The Search, of course, that was one of my favorite records, man. You know, I like the energy. You know, I love that. I love The Search. You know, that was the first video that he dropped for his project. That was super crazy, super high energy. Love that track. Returns, come on, man. Let's get into Returns. Returns is one of my favorite ones, and y'all think NF and Eminem is going back and forth. Y'all think Eminem dissed him on one of his verses on Kamikaze. Y'all thinking that, you know, NF came back with Returns. It's talking about, you know, he patiently waiting. People thinking that was a shot. People talking about the team taking the, you know, the T and the, you know what I mean? So they thinking that's Eminem, that, you know, even though it spells me, but they saying I know it spelled me, but switch it around and it'll be M. If he going at Eminem, then he going at Eminem. I don't even care. Now, if you ask my personal opinion about who I think will win, if it was between Eminem and NF in a battle, in a rap battle between Eminem and NF, who would win, I would have to go Eminem. Only because Eminem has been proven time and time again that he's battle tested, and that's where that's where Eminem spawned from. He spawned from battle culture. So that's what Eminem does. That's why he always trying to pick fights with people. And you know what I mean? Like, he don't care about saying your name because he really with it. Not saying that NF wouldn't stand a chance of going back and forth with Eminem, but I just think Eminem, at the end of the day, is just a better rapper lyrically when it comes to rapping technical and putting words together than NF. And I just think he's just more battle tested now. I enjoy NF music better than Eminem though. I like how NF put his music together. I like the chords and the musicality of his music. And I also like his versatility, you know what I'm saying, his singing and all that stuff. But we're not talking about that when it comes to a battle. We're not talking about what songs I enjoy listening to more. We're talking about being disrespectful and going at it. And now the NF not cursing thing, that could help or it could hurt him at the same time. So I don't know, but I think Eminem would have to edge that one out because Eminem, that's just what he does. So that's my 2 cents on the returns and the whole Eminem and NF thing. Like, if they was to go back and forth, I would pick Eminem. But if you just ask me, like, what do I enjoy more listening to? I like listening to NF music better. But another favorite track is Thinking. Thinking was definitely one of my favorites on the project. I like the beat. I like what he was saying on it. It was definitely a record that I would play over and over again. I like that song. Now, my least favorite song on the project is Trauma. I don't care what you say. I don't care. LayedBak, he's singing, he's doing this, he's saying this, and he's saying that. I don't care. Like, to me, it don't matter if it doesn't sound good to me. That's how I feel. Like, it don't matter what he's saying if it don't sound good to me personally. You can be talking about God is the greatest God in the world and da-da-da-da-da. But if it don't sound good how you saying it, I'm not gonna like the song. And that's a great message that God is, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it ain't never about basically what you saying. Of course it is about what you saying, but it's about how are you saying it? Do it sound good? Is the music good behind it? And I just didn't like that song. So that's me personally. I didn't like Trauma. I know a lot of y'all do, and I respect that. But me personally, it didn't have to do with not having no drums in it. It just didn't connect with me. I didn't like the song personally. So for you to have 20 records or 19 records on your album and one track for me to not like, come on, man. That's a great project. Let's just go ahead and bump that up to a 9.5 out of 10. You get what I'm saying? It's come on, man. That's one song, and it wasn't a horrible song. Like, I didn't even trash it, but it was just like, that was one of the, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't trash the song. So every song on the project passed. So I got to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Like, that's crazy. So y'all let me know, what was y'all top records? What records did y'all like the most? What are y'all playing the most? What do y'all think about the Eminem and NF debacle? Do you think is anything going to manifest from that? Do y'all just think it's just a running theme that's going through the industry that's really not real? Or do you think it is real? Do you think Eminem might come, you know, and really call him out? You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know. And who you got? If you had to go with NF and Eminem, who you got? You got to let me know on that one, because I want to see what y'all think. I want to hear y'all opinions and stuff. So all in all, man, this was a great project, man. It deserves to be #1. I think a lot of the YouTube community, I think we helped the album get to #1. I think with the views and the streams of the music and the reactions and stuff like that we did, and the commentary on it, I think YouTube definitely deserves a pat on the back for this album being #1. I think the fans do, from streaming it on Spotify, Apple Music, all these places, and also watching the reactions. All of that stuff helps and goes towards streaming for a project. I don't want y'all to ever think that what we doing as far as YouTube and stuff like that doesn't matter. This stuff really helps the artists and get the exposure out there to the people. So shout out to the people, you know, the NF fans, and shout out to NF for putting out a dope project. I hope that his mental state is a lot, you know, I hope he's healing in that area. But at the same time, we all human, right? We all got stuff that we dealing with. We all got stuff that we fight, whether you got millions in the bank or whether you got $10 in the bank. It don't really matter. We all got our issues and we all got stuff that we got to deal with. Let's just deal with them respectfully. So NF, great project. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait to hear the next one. Giving you time to do your thing, but this was a great project. Y'all let me know about the Eminem and NF thing, and y'all let me know y'all best songs and worst songs, if there was songs that you didn't like. And I'm just excited, man. Salute to NF, and shout out to all his fans and the people that support the channel, man. I really appreciate y'all. And this was a great ride on this album. Phenomenal album. The Search hit #1. Salute. And that's how we gonna do it, man. And I love y'all, man. So you already know what it is. It's your boy Laid Back, self-love and positivity. Till next time, Fire Squad, I got you. Hey, bow. Bow, 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 bow.